folks. Today is the 25th of July 2020, and as always, I want to tell you a story. Actually, it's not a story, but I want to share my observations that I've made living in Uruguay. I've been here for almost 2 years, and my lifestyle in Montevideo is very different to what I have in Moscow. So first and foremost is the size of Uruguay. Moscow, the city I come from, is almost 5 times of the size of the whole country. Moscow is a very dynamic, I would even say hectic city. Galleries, educational things, films, cinemas, museums, art, nightclubs, work, business centers, everything is there. And as you know, probably from a very famous song, Moscow never sleeps. Montevideo is an absolutely different story. Here, people tend to have long social gatherings, which can last hours. On the whole, I find people more relaxed and laid back. They tend not to rush or make a scene. As a rule, they drink a lot of mate. Generally speaking, if I compare the two capitals, I would call Montevideo a coastal town, not a principal city. Another interesting thing about Uruguay is the way they call themselves. Well, in Uruguay and also in Argentina, because of the pronunciation, the accent these countries have, instead of saying Uruguayo or Uruguaya or Uruguayos, they call themselves Uruguayos. So me as a girl, if I were from Uruguay, I would call myself Uruguasha. So Uruguayos normally greet each other with a kiss on the cheek, though in Russia, people hardly ever kiss each other to say hi. Of course, there is much more to say about life in Uruguay, though right now I want to show you specific thing about English and how we make generalizations. I personally prefer to make generalizations because I don't want to say that something is a fact. When I make generalizations, I sound less sure about myself and therefore more open to other people's opinions and ideas. So now you're going to see how you can make generalizations. All right? I'm going to share my screen with you. Have a look at these examples. First, it's an expression, tend to, after which you use base. People tend to have longer social gatherings. Then go adverbial phrases. On the whole, as a rule, generally speaking. On the whole, I find people more relaxed and laid back. They tend not to rush or make a scene. By the way, tend not to, if you want to make it negative, normally we say they tend not to rush. At the same time, you can say they don't tend to rush. It's also fine. As a rule, they drink a lot of mate. Generally speaking, if I compare the two capitals, I would call Montevideo a coastal town, not a principal city. We can also use adverbs, words like normally, hardly ever, typically, mostly, usually, you know them. if we look at the sentences, they normally greet each other with a kiss on the cheek, or in Russia, people hardly ever kiss each other to say hi. You will notice that adverbs go before a noun, okay? Adverbs before nouns. But if you have the verb to be, the adverb will go after. So if I paraphrase it a little bit, they normally greet each other with a kiss on the cheek, which to me sounds and looks friendly. So I can say that they are friendly. So I would say they are normally friendly. They are normally friendly. Uruguayos are normally friendly. I hope you understand it. Let's have a look at some more examples. Talking about this cheek and kissing thing, that's why I tend to greet family members and friends with a kiss. And to people I don't know as well, I generally say hello and smile. Typically, there is a lot of dog poo in the streets. Uruguayos are big dog and meat lovers. In general, Uruguayos speak English. I would not say they have as high level as people from Scandinavian countries or the Netherlands, for example, but they definitely can get by. Normally, Uruguayos talk about football. I would even say that this is the most popular topic among all ages and genders. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you've learned something for yourself. I hope that you are going to use generalizations and make generalizations when you speak English to sound less direct, more polite, and being open to other people's opinions and ideas. Now I'm going to say bye.